If you're here, it's no accident. Something deeper than chance brought you. Your future self, the version already living in alignment, has been signaling across time. And now you're listening. This isn't random. It's a quantum appointment you set before you knew how. Pause. Breathe. In the quantum field, all timelines exist at once. The you who's already free. They've been reaching you through gut feelings, synchronicities, moments like this. You passed the test. That's why you're here. The universe doesn't waste energy on closed systems. Your awareness just proved you're ready. And in this breath, your timeline shifted. Not later, now. There was a moment, recent or long ago, when you stopped fighting reality. When you surrendered to the intelligence guiding you. That wasn't defeat. It was graduation. Your frequency shifted from resistance to allowance. And the field responded instantly. Here's the truth. Consciousness doesn't just observe reality, it creates it. Every thought, emotion, belief sends ripples. When they align with who you're becoming, possibilities collapse into your experience. Quantum jumping isn't force, it's recognition. You don't build a new future. You remember the one you've already been tuning into. The version of you with everything you desire, they exist. And they're sending you the codes to step into their reality. The old way, striving, pushing, is over. Your future self just sent the upgrade. Alignment, not effort, is the key. The field doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you are. And beyond your stories, you are already whole, already connected, already a match for all you seek. That gap between who you think you are and who you are. It's closing. You're not just watching your life, you're selecting it. Every time you choose presence over autopilot, love over fear, you collapse a new reality. Your future self isn't just successful, they're coherent. They know reality mirrors inner state, not external control. Right now, your cells are reorganizing. Your nervous system is upgrading. This is biology meeting quantum physics. The real test was internal. Are you ready to stop being a victim and become a conscious creator? To ask, how is this serving me? Instead of, why is this happening? To give yourself permission, no approval needed. Your future self has watched you choose growth over comfort, truth over ease. Every challenge prepared you for this shift, from living by default to living by design. You don't manifest by chasing outcomes. You calibrate, tune your frequency, and the world rearranges. That's why synchronicities rise, people shift, and aligned opportunities appear. The universe mirrors your vibration, and you're not behind. Every delay was redirection. Every closed door, protection. Your awakening is perfectly timed, because the you who could receive this didn't exist until now. So comment, I am already living my future. This isn't hope. It's a quantum declaration. You're choosing your timeline. The old you was always becoming. The new you simply is, abundant, loved, guided, not because you earned it, but because that's your nature. You don't shrink to fit the world. You expand to remember who you are. Your future self doesn't care what others think. They know everyone mirrors their own inner world. They don't take things personally. They're too busy living to manage perception. This shift is collective. Your awakening sends ripples. Your healing becomes a quiet catalyst for others. But remember, this isn't about perfection. It's presence. Not avoiding problems, but meeting them from a higher state. Not controlling life, but dancing with it. Not getting everything you want, but wanting everything you get, because you trust the intelligence behind it all. If this feels like truth, you're already tuned in. Subscribe, not just to this channel, but to this frequency. This is a consciousness community. Every aligned being strengthens the whole. The future doesn't happen to you. It flows through you. Your highest self has waited for this moment, when you'd remember you're not a spectator. You're a co-creator. They know consciousness is the only tech you need. Presence is the only practice. Love is the only force that transforms. They stopped seeking outside. They became the sign. You are the answer to your prayers, the miracle you chased, the love you sought, not because you earned it, but because you stopped denying your truth. Your future self is simply you, without the story that you're less than divine. That resistance you feel, just the old timeline fading. It has no power now. You've seen through it. You are not your circumstances. You're the awareness holding them, not your thoughts. You're the space they move through. Not your emotions. You're the stillness beneath them. This new timeline runs on ease, not because life is easy, but because you meet it differently, from knowing, not hoping, from trust, not fear, from love, not lack. Your future self moves like a master sailor, doesn't control the wind, but sets the sails with wisdom. They know resistance and suffering. What you fight persists. What you embrace transforms. Life isn't happening to them. It's happening for them. Right now, they want you to feel you are safe to be powerful, safe to be seen, safe to succeed, safe to be loved. Those old stories, never yours, just inherited programs. Now you update them. The field responds to clarity. The clearer you are about who you are, beyond conditioning, the more reality reshapes itself. The more you align, the more life flows toward your highest good. In your new timeline, synchronicity is normal. Your future self reads the universe like a language, because they've tuned their awareness. Think of a radio. All stations play at once. You hear the one you're tuned to. Same with reality. Your future self learned to tune to their highest potential, and they're teaching you the frequency. That's why time feels different. They don't see it as linear. They live in the eternal now, where everything needed is already here. Past, present, future collapse into one point of power. And desire? It's remembering. Every longing is a memory of a reality that already exists. You don't want the impossible. You want what's inevitable once you match its frequency. That ache? It's your soul recognizing a truth it already knows. You and your future self are quantum entangled. When you shift, they shift. They're insights. Downloads from the version of you who's already there. Your brain isn't creating consciousness, it's accessing it. Like a quantum antenna tuning infinite possibility into experience, meditation isn't escape, it's quantum tech. Stillness rewires you to receive higher frequencies. You're not hiding. You're tuning into the timeline where your highest self already thrives. Emotion isn't just feeling, it's creative force. Joy attracts joy. Gratitude magnetizes more to be grateful for. Love draws love, not as reward, but because consciousness amplifies what it focuses on with emotional energy. Your future self doesn't suppress emotions, they collaborate with them. Fear isn't an enemy, it's data. It shows where attention drifted. So they gently redirect it toward what they do want. Emotions become allies. They've unlocked quantum coherence when thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and actions align. Like waves syncing to amplify, this creates a standing wave the field must reflect. But if your mind says, "I want abundance," while your heart whispers, "I don't deserve it," you create interference. True manifestation only flows when your whole being sings one truth. Challenges don't vanish, they transform. Your future self welcomes them as invitations. Who will you be now? Fear or love? Loss, uncertainty, change, they still happen. But met from presence, they become gateways to wisdom and power. Relationships shift too. Everyone mirrors your inner state, not because you created them, but because consciousness attracts resonance. Raise your frequency, and people either evolve with you or make space for those who match your new vibration. They love others as they are, while honoring their own growth. Why? Real change starts within. You can't force awakening, but you can embody the light that makes it easier for others. They live by quantum faith. They don't need to know how, only that it will. This isn't blind hope, it's trust from knowing. When consciousness is clear, the universe gets creative. So they stopped obsessing over the how and focused on the what and why. Healing isn't fixing what's broken, it's remembering you were never broken. Painful experiences don't vanish, but their meaning transforms. Your future self looks back with gratitude, not because the pain was good, but because their consciousness turned it into wisdom. This is quantum alchemy. Pain into compassion, limitation into expansion. They don't heal the past. They embody such wholeness now that the past rewrites itself. Live from love, and unworthiness dissolves. Live from abundance, and lack fades. True service isn't fixing others. It's being so whole that others remember their own wholeness. Impact happens through frequency, not force. Aligned action flows from aligned being. That's why they don't burn out. They know you can only guide others as far as you've gone. You can only hold space for healing to the depth you've allowed in yourself. This isn't selfish, it's physics. You can't transmit a frequency you're not living. Scarcity isn't lack of resources, it's the belief, I'm not enough. Abundance isn't having more, it's being more. When you know yourself as limitless creativity, external abundance flows because you stop blocking it with unworthiness. They don't chase money. They focus on being valuable, solving real problems, sharing gifts, serving authentically. The universe is abundance. Lack only exists in separation, and abundance isn't just material. Emotionally, they give love freely, no rationing joy. Mentally, thoughts are expansive, not fearful. Spiritually, they live connected to source, not isolated. Comment: I am already living my future. This isn't positive thinking. It's quantum mechanics. You're collapsing your chosen timeline. Forgiveness isn't excusing harm, it's quantum liberation. Resentment ties you to what you want to leave. Forgiveness frees your energy to move forward. Your future self has forgiven everyone, including themselves. For not knowing better, for human choices that led to pain, because self-forgiveness isn't kind, it's essential for coherence. You can't hate yourself into growth. You love yourself into evolution. Creativity isn't something you do, it's who you are. You are creativity expressing as human. Every thought, emotion, choice shapes reality. Work becomes play. Relationships, co-creation. Even chores become sacred with presence. They don't create alone. They tap into the collective field, becoming channels for wisdom that wants to emerge through them. Inspiration flows through them. So they stopped taking credit and started taking responsibility to receive clearly, express authentically. Presence is their anchor, not just in the moment, but being the moment. When fully present, you don't watch life. You are life experiencing itself. All power lives now. Not in memory, not in fantasy. Healing, creation, transformation, all happen in this breath. They've stopped living in old stories. They inhabit who they are now. Yes, they still slip into loops, but they return to presence gently. It's their default, not a goal. Purpose isn't found, it's embodied. It's not a job, it's a frequency, the unique way consciousness flows through you. To love as only you can, to create as only you can. This freed them from pressure to save the world. Being authentically you, in small moments, is enough. Your expression matters. They serve from overflow, not obligation. From knowing, serving others is serving yourself, is serving the whole. Intuition is their compass. They distinguish fear from wisdom, ego from soul. It rarely shouts, it whispers. A quiet pull, an easy door, resistance when off path. It's quantum intelligence, your future self guiding your present. The more you trust it, the clearer it becomes. They've mastered quantum timing. Everything has its season. Forced action creates resistance. Aligned action creates flow. Patience isn't passive, it's active trust. They've stopped pushing rivers. Now they flow with them. They take inspired action, but only when aligned. They move when it's right, rest when it's needed. Both are sacred. If this feels like truth, subscribe to this channel and this frequency. This is a field of aligned beings. Every one of us strengthens the whole. Your future self knows. Every challenge was preparation, not punishment. Consciousness grows through contrast. Every time you chose love over fear, you built the coherence for this moment. That strength from despair. Quantum resilience, wisdom from mistakes. Quantum intelligence, compassion from pain. Quantum love, nothing was wasted. They feel no regret, because every experience built their capacity to hold abundance, love, and power. They're not perfect. They still feel fear, doubt, grief, but they meet it all from presence, not panic. From wholeness, not lack. They haven't escaped humanity. They've embodied divinity through it. Enlightenment isn't rising above life. It's letting the sacred shine through your humanness. They've mastered allowing resistance, mass suffering. What you fight persists. What you embrace transforms. This isn't passivity. It's responding from inner peace. When life shifts, they ask, what is this teaching me? How can I flow with this? That shift turns victimhood into empowered learning. Watch this every morning for a week. Let it reset your frequency. Share it with someone it calls to. Spreading this awareness awakens both of you. Comment one word, the energy you're embodying now. Not who you were, who you're becoming. Let it be your signal to the field. Your future self isn't out there. They're here, in your awareness right now. The part that recognizes truth. That expands when aligned. That knows without proof. They're you, without doubt, without separation, without the lie that you're anything less than love itself. If you're still here, you've already passed the test. You unlocked the timeline by choosing to listen. You're already living your future by recognizing it in this breath. The version you chased. They were always within you, waiting for you to stop searching and start seeing what's always been true. This is your moment, not tomorrow, not when you're ready, now in this awareness, in this choice to live as the radiant being you've always been. Your future self isn't begging you to wake up anymore. They're celebrating because you finally did. And one final truth. The quantum field responds most powerfully to one key element, the one thing that accelerates everything we've explored. Discover it, and watch reality reshape itself around your deepest intentions, with speed, clarity, and grace you never thought possible.